No, today, no. Today I'm not feeling like making an intro, you know. Today we're just gonna get started. There we go. All I need to do now is post on Discord that I'm live. I just pressed live and we're just getting started, honestly. I think it's gonna be much simpler that way. My microphone cable is all over the place. I hope it's not too loud. Hi there. Hi there everyone, even though no one is here yet. I'm drinking. Yum. Well. Hi Jeffrey, oh you okay. Okay. I almost choked on some tea. Okay. Now I'm here. So, yesterday I finished a video. Or was it today? Depends on the time zones, I suppose. Hi, the Time Caminos. Hi, welcome there. Welcome. Yesterday I finished the video and it's actually doing pretty well. It's actually doing really well for a video of mine, which I am not used to. But so far, to be fair, there hasn't been much, so... Hi the Reblax, hi. Hi the Randy, hi Happy, hi. Just dropping to say hi. Okay, hi then. Hi. Welcome. Okay. So, everyone, how are your days going? Hi there's Gosh, hi, welcome. Big fan, sir. I'm glad you are. 4 AM. Wait, 4 AM? You American by chance? It's going bad, oh no, what happened? Hi the Fluency, hi. For me it's gonna be a bit of a pickle, because today we're going to have to start working on multiple videos. Make it, how's your fridge going? Show us a photo, please. I just went grocery shopping, actually. I have milk now. That's good. There was an earthquake here. Are you okay? Are you okay? How bad was the earthquake? It's not serious. Managed to cover backlog stuff. The backlog, that's good, but... Okay. Well. Hi there, Remco, as well. Hi. Today I thought, by the way, because I keep getting distracted, we would work on all the other videos I have to work on, which means the quick quantum mechanics video about wave-particle duality, the script some more of the chemistry video, because I haven't scripted much. That's because right here, this actually will not be necessary, apparently. And right here is just... from OpenStax, and then the open source video, for which we mainly do need Tefta to script the hardware and software segment. Fun. Certainly fun. I'm feeling a bit tired for some reason. I don't know why. Probably because I haven't eaten anything yet. That's probably why. I'm not hungry. I'm European. The dumbest joke. Even the hungry is in Europe, doesn't even work. And then sleep. I'm not sleepy, I'm tired. I woke up 3 hours ago, or 2 hours ago? Or 2 hours ago, I think. I went out to the shops, bought some bread, bought some butter, bought all the things, I came back. I am okay, Anders, by the way, I'm glad to hear. What time is it there? It's noon, actually, it's around noon. It's just 12 PM. Eat cereal. I don't have cereal. You know how expensive cereal is? I have milk. I can just eat cereal without the actual cereal. It's called a compromise. Noon, yes. I'm committing war crimes with my matrices, also known as usual physics business. Speaking of relatable stuff, what's the deal with Pauli matrices? Oh, that's so important. I'm multiplying 4 by 4 and 2 by 2 matrices and it's working. Remco, what are you doing? How? How are you multiplying them? Wait, what? Is there a method for, like, multiplying matrices of different sizes? Are you multiplying the corners? I am so curious in something with spinners. Oh no, that's a physics overdose. That's physics overdose. You know, let me just set up the folder right away because Lord knows I'm just gonna walk on the quantum mechanics video right away. Quantum mechanics, and then we're gonna have, oh yeah, we already have a quantum mechanics video, so let's call it quick quantum mechanics, QQM. Hydroatomic, new NVIDIA 50 series, it's nuts. What's up with it? What's happening? Is it the good nuts or the bad nuts? NVIDIA 50 series. Uh-huh. AI buzzwords. Will be a very general. Oh good, that's so much money. Oh no. RTX 5070 Ti for... Okay. That's better. That's... maybe. That's about how much my graphics card cost. 5070 is the same performance as the 4090 and only costs $549. Is it time for an upgrade? That's a month's rent for me. Damn it. Why do I always have to pick between graphics cards and rent? Why is it always these two? Block matrix is not a war crime. It's actually... it's not actually 2x2 matrix, but the image of a 2x2 matrix by some homomorphism. It's always funny how physicists just say, oh yeah, I'm doing war crimes with mathematicians like, what do you mean war crimes? That's a Tuesday, my guy. Just a question, can you explain what a Cauchy-Schwarz inequality is? I'll be honest, I do not know. How do I pay less rent than the Polish guy? Do you really? That's impressive then. To be fair, I could have paid less. But it was kind of important that I get this one. You really do pay very little rent. Really? 700, hold on, let me... 700, that's... No, that's about it. Although, to be fair, that is... we'll get some of the money back. War crimes are okay on Tuesdays. Someone translate the math guy for me. What do you do when you what do you do when a chemist dies? You bury him. I am easily pleased. I might look into this. This is interesting. Although 50, I have 30, 60. So this would be a massive upgrade for me. I could just finish the videos even quicker. Tempting. But I don't want to lose, yeah. I'll have to burn through my savings. Maybe in the future. Quick quantum mechanics. Zero, let's call it introduction. Which would be just what is wave particularity. I'm doing math while intoxicated. It's great. Visual breaking physics using math was great. I'm glad you liked it then. It wasn't one of my favorite videos because I think I could have done a much better job of explaining it. But the tachyon segment was nice. Because I do believe tachyons are just really, really fun theoretical particle. Much better than other theoretical particles I could mention, which aren't quite as fun. but let's not get political. Hi, the Boomy. Hi, Miss Frosty. Hi, welcome. Wave particle duality. This will be a short quantum mechanics video, and by that I mean 7 minutes. It's short by my standards. It's 4 pages long. It's not that long. It took 4 sources. Can't drink underway, so I'll have to adjust, fortunately. Unfortunately. I see. You can't on literally 1984. Should the only navy where you can't drink underway. That's 1984. That is just 1984 then. By the way, is it really true that particles can go 99.99 speed percent speed of light in the Large Hadron Collider? I do believe so. You do need to smash them pretty hard to measure anything. About 500 euros a month rent for 61 square meters. That is... Yeah, that'll take quite a bit of area away. I'm gonna post a picture layout of Discord. 500 euros. Wait, hold on, let me check. Wait, do you count utilities into your rent, Acronymus? Because now you got me curious. Do you count utilities into the rent? So, for example, electricity, internet, and so on and so forth. Yes, you do count them in. Then you do pay cheaper rent than me, yeah. For me, it is actually 700 euros. But to be fair, that includes heating, which I have not turned on yet. So I am gonna get that money back. No. Make it, can you buy the Large Hadron Collider? I mean, I could make them an offer, you know? I would be willing to go for like... maybe $1,000 for a Large Hadron Collider. That is so many rooms. Oh wait, or is that... no, never mind, I'm an idiot. Wait, what? I'm so... Is your one the one in yellow? We forgot about the gas. Oh, I actually don't have gas in my apartment. Unnecessary expense, I suppose. Yellow is the one in rain. Okay, I see. Oh, I see. Then the long corridor actually is pretty wasteful for the that museum, but the rest is pretty good, I would say. You got like a corner space. It looks really nice. You have a bedroom. I don't have a bedroom. Damn. You don't have gas, make it, no air. No, I actually live in a vacuum. It saves a lot of money because the particles colliding with the walls, the molecules colliding with the walls, that's actually a huge problem. There's a lot of damage, you know, it causes a lot of damage. So I prefer to live in a vacuum because then I don't have to pay for repairs. It's very convenient. What did the black hole say to another black hole? Nothing, they just waved. I'm a sucker for nerd jokes, okay? So they founded the Texas Super Collider. Oh, wait, Atomic, are you meaning to tell me that Europe has a better Hadron Collider than America? Is that what you're saying? What you're saying is that Europe actually came out on top? Color me surprised. Aerospherical cow make it only on Fridays. How does a Large Hadron Collider work? Please make a video on that. Okay, here's the thing, Adash. It's not as interesting as you think. I mean, it would be interesting for a lot of people, I suppose. But for Large Hadron Collider, what you have to realize is that it's not really like a single mechanism. It's not really like a single piece of equipment that's firing the particles, the measuring them, so on and so forth. And the best way to showcase that is to see the inside of a Large Hadron Collider, which basically looks like this. There is no simple explanation of how this works. Like the core principle could be explained. I could make a video on different kinds of Hadron Colliders, but all of these are just about accelerating particles. That's all that matters in different colliders. Acceleration of particles. In my opinion, the most interesting part of it is the actual measurement, how you do the measurement. The acceleration of particles is easy because, I mean, I don't know, charge a particle and just apply a field on it. There we go. But the actual measurement is what I always found interesting. The only problem is there is no simple explanation of measurement. It's really, really complex. Not sad that no thing is bigger in Texas because ours literally doesn't exist. Yeah, we're gonna eat some food. Alright, Cronus, bye. That's trying to get cleaned by a ferret. What does that mean? Like a ferret, like the animal? Ah, this is incredible. Just human engineering at its finest, honestly, in my opinion. I don't think we've ever built anything that was better than the Large Hadron Collider. Well, we are going to soon build the bigger one, right? CERN is CERN Future Hadron Future Circle Collider. Is that what it's called? Yeah, circumference of 100 kilometers. It's so funny because at some point, if they keep building bigger and bigger colliders, they will just reach into 3 countries. It will no longer be France and Switzerland. It will spill over eventually. What about sliced bread? Honestly, I would say, yeah. I think that a Large Hadron Collider is the second best thing we've ever made. Close second after sliced bread. Hi, the Timon! Measurement can be very interesting too, like, neon drum muse leaving, etc. You have a simple explanation. Was the lecture that had one? Well, I mean, there is a simple explanation of measurement, but that's from a physical point of view. However, when it comes to the engineering question of measurement is the most interesting. About 800,000 pairs years of deployment created. That's because that's why you build a Large Hadron Collider. The Texas Super Collider was supposed to be only 87. Only 87? Oh, well, that's cute. That's cute, Atomic. But you know what? Maybe, you know what, American? Maybe stand back and let the Europeans, okay, build the Collider, okay? 87. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, right. Oh, mask when you enter back up gets elongated. Measure particle, I recommend putting your head in the machine and just looking. Exactly, just look at all the all the elementary particles. Hi the Allied, welcome. We'll have the Future Circle Collider because you've shown this FCC as 5 cent cubic and funny because material science. Am I the only one? I think in this case, maybe you might be. Cycled twice the distance of. I cycled twice the distance of a Future Collider in a day when I was 16. Okay, well, Atomic. Just give us like 3 more colliders. Just let us build like 3 more colliders and then we'll see. Actually, I am curious. I am curious about something. Hold on. This is where the Large Hadron Collider is, right? CERN. What I'm curious about is, this is 90, that's the circumference. That's 2p arc, if I'm not mistaken, right? But that's 2 pi r, that's the circumference, which means divide by 2, divide by pi, you get the r. So just divide by pi, you get the length. Which means just 100 basically, divided by 340. Now, I could just press pi, but I can't find it, no, don't care. 31, so far it's 31 kilometers in length. which is basically the bottom right corner. You can't see it, but how big is Switzerland? I'm just curious when, like, how many more colliders are we gonna get until we actually have to, like, I don't know, enter Liechtenstein or at the very least Italy, right? Hi, the super cool dude. Oh, Zentre, of course I remember you. You have to stop changing your nicknames, my guy. And profile pictures. I like the blue one the most. And we need a linear collider that spans all of Europe. Exactly. Just like from Portugal to, like, I feel like the end of Lithuania should be enough. I would settle. We have a lovely, like, a straight line like this. Yeah, it could work. One more collider and we have the graph. Just one more collider, and then we'll solve all physics. One more collider. One around Europe, like around the country, should only cost a few €100. Okay, no, but seriously, genuine question. How long do you think it would take us until the Large Hadron Collider enters Italy? Because, like, eventually it will. It will eventually enter Italy. Texas could eat half of Europe alone. What's that even supposed to mean? What, this? I mean, it's big, maybe size of France. This is Texas. Roughly size of France, yeah. What do you mean Texas could eat half of Europe? What do you mean by that? Like, there's a single person from Texas? Circular collider around the equator. Circular collider in orbit around sound between Earth and Venus. Oh my god, bro, we're just gonna solve all physics. Just do $20 billion, bro. We're gonna get the graph. There's one more collider. Now, Zentre, now we're talking. Cannibalism isn't allowed outside Texas. Ah, of course. Check Discord. Will you? That is not half of Europe. That's like... That is not half of Europe. Absolutely not. My guy, it wouldn't... It's the size of France. I can just check. Texas area. What's the area of Texas? That's 700,000 kilometers squared. Area of France. French. That's the size of France. I love how right here it's kilometers squared, right here it's squared miles. It's appropriate. I want a bigger Hadron Collider. It's ridiculous. We don't have. It's not big enough. Fractions are hard when I've been drinking. Fair point. You got me there. My petition is to get ERC funding. Don't even know what to do with 1.6 million euros. Real actual thing that happens to the advice of PhD to a friend. You need it for the fancy calculators, Reblax, for the fancy pewters and whatnot, you know, to do the calculations. But genuinely, it will be massive, won't it? 2 kilometers, 5, 10. So it would be like genuinely this size. It might start in front. Oh my goodness, it will be massive. Future Circular Hadron Collider. Could I see it on the map, please? It's a big boy. Future Circular Collider. That's a big boy. 100 kilometers. But we do need it. We do need to make sure. We do need to keep just making sure that gravitons don't exist. Fancy pewters don't cost 1.6 million. What have you done the computations in your research? What then? Then you still buy the fancy computers and you pretend that you do. 1 divided by 1 to the 0, true American measurement. That lake larger than Geneva. This one, yes it is. This is a pretty bit. Why are all of these just so pixelated? What's going on? CERN is awesome. I like CERN. It's fun. It's fun. Fun stuff. Give me €1 and I can find the graviton. Just one. I do believe that that's how the Large Hadron Collider started. It's just that, you know, politicians just keep getting upsold on the bigger model. That's how confident I am. Listen, Remco, find the graviton. It's a 3-step process, okay? 3 steps. First step is find the graviton. Second, win the Nobel Prize because you found the graviton. And third, 18-year-old whiskey. Simple. Alien civilization living on the ring wall. That's actually a really fucking big particle accelerator. I mean, eventually we will have to put them in space, right? Because the thing is, I don't think particle accelerators will ever stop growing. Because, I mean, why would you just stop at some point? You can get even higher speeds. That's all we need. Bobby Broccoli video, the $20 trillion hole in Texas. Real one. What happened to the Texas one? Why didn't it go through? Why did Murricans not want a particle accelerator? All this is gonna be underground. I think so, yeah. I mean, to be fair, it is like a. You start building it like a metro line, but then you just, you know, fill it with bleeding edge technology. So. It's like a metro except for particles. Use all the asteroids in the asteroid belt, turn them onto a single gigantic particle collider over the orbit of Mars. Will you need a custom circular boring machine? Make a circle. I don't know, I feel like they would just use, you know, what we used to build metro tunnels, right? I mean, I don't see why not. Circular Turing machine for the win. Use the NVIDIA 5070 for $549. Simulate the future collider problem solved. Because one metro would go in a straight line, no? Not really. I mean, metros do curve. They certainly do curve. They can turn. And in this case, I imagine that the circle of this size, at any point it would look pretty straight. I can make a joke here, but I can't put my finger on the punchline. I'm having trouble with putting my finger on the punchline. So, you know, something about, you know, it seeming straight up close, but when you move away, it's not. There is some joke there to be made, but I just can't figure it out, so I'm gonna leave it. They're coming to scientists showing that with a little bit of time travel, we can solve the holding problem. You could physically how to build faster than light spaceship provided with some matter with negative mass. I mean, you could. Wait, could you? No, I don't think you could. Could you build faster than light spaceships with negative mass? I know you could with imaginary, if you want to. Seeing on the line particle collide across Europe wouldn't work because the particle makes hundreds of circles before they can collide. I know. We're joshing. Let's make it. Straight up close. The comic that, oh my goodness, it cracked me up so much. It's honestly one of positively one of the funniest things I've seen. This is, I thought that was a hating problem. I was about to give you the Nobel Peace Award. What if you call Moses to part the ground? I mean, part the sea. Just do the same for the ground. Exactly. Negative mass is manifestation of positive mass and repulsive gravity. What about imaginary then, huh? What about imaginary mass? Computer scientists will never solve the holding problem. They rely on rage to stay motivated. This rage is usually directed at Microsoft printers themselves and printers. Imaginary mass is a touch of a complex topic. This is a funny comic. I really like it. I really like that comic a lot. Trying to say something here because my art is being shown. I'm really excited about it, but I don't know what to say. It's just really. I love this comic so much. I do have to say, it's just it's so phenomenal. It was positive timings, of course. I should. It's on Discord. Of course, I'm gonna plug it in the video as well. Again. If you're telling me computer scientists get paid to be angry, I would be getting overtime. What about the venting channel? I love how the venting channel is just everyone yelling. That's it. In the new age, fake healing stuff about math. That way when someone asks for an application of cosmology, you can say... Is that cosmology? Cosmology, I can say it balances your quantum tachyonic energy levels or whatever. That's the point of a venting channel. Fair point. Fair point, you got me there. I've replaced the numbers in physics with geese. Everybody knows geese. Geese are simple, numbers are difficult. Kotwa, you're onto something there. You are onto something. What's the venting channel? I wouldn't like getting much lower grades my own languages test. Now the English, most certainly you will get worse result. Well then, Mr. Frosty, good luck on the test. Definitely didn't yell at anyone at work today. Wait, you can yell at people? Wait, hold on. You're in the boat, right? I don't know if I'm getting confused or just drunk. I don't know. Let me just pour myself some more. Give me a second. Whoop, whoop, whoop. It's Daddy's little helper. There we go. I call it my creativity juice. Since I'm playing 2x2 and 4x4 is perfectly legal on Tuesdays, and as Reblack kindly and painfully somehow explained, there's an injective mapping. Yeah. It's honestly kind of weird, Remco, that you are just... Like, you're doing war crimes in math when Reblax is just one channel lower. It starts with RE, basically your clone for math. Or you're his clone, I don't know. We'll just say that the Navy ain't a bunch of softies. That makes sense. What's the best college major to get a good, stable job? I don't think you should be picking college majors based on the job. I don't think that's a good idea, Ryan. Feels like an oddly big commitment for an oddly weird reason. Any can land you a good, stable job, any of them. Well, I mean, depends how far you pursue it, I suppose. But if you plan to get higher education, then any higher education will land you a stable job. You might not be making millions, but it will be stable. At least it should be. Gay Navy? Absolutely. Tough Navy? Not really. Also, I didn't dare to post it in the math channel for fear of pollution and the guillotine. You didn't want to... One more collider. Yeah, we're talking about the future collider. Of course. Oh no, Flame, you're no longer part of the EU. Oh, I was about to dunk on the US again and wanted someone to relate, but oh damn it. Dagnabbit. I was just doing my European pride. Hold on, I don't know if you've seen the... Let me show it on stream again because I just love it so much. I just wanted to show off my European pride, you know. Not part of the EU, but my PhD is funded by an EU grant. Laughs in European. Wasn't yesterday cooking stream enough? Make it yelling with vegetables in distance while me talking about my dark past nobody should know about. I still haven't seen it. I still haven't seen your dark secret that you mentioned on stream timing. I just don't know. What is your underground background? Well, mostly meth distributor. That's it. Well, I'm more like a planner on the planning side. Actually, I help to... Wait, underground. Oh, you mean like scientific? Like from... Oh, I don't have a scientific background. No, I don't have one. Undergrad. Ah, you meant undergrad. Okay. Yes, that makes a lot more sense. I don't have a background really. I don't. So yeah. Of course you meant undergrad. That I don't know. Okay, doesn't matter. I can't do this sober. Kim's backup plan is becoming worldwide. Mathematician's backup plan is becoming Ted Kaczynski. What is physicist's backup plan? Becoming Waldo. Can't find me. I have some choice words for you, boy. Oh, you. No, no. I laugh. Sorry, I can't hear over my laughs in European. What video should we start with? Get started. I'm drunk. You have to excuse me. I'm not actually. I'm sober. You know. I take it back. I was joshing around. I'm drinking tea out of a glass because. Okay, that's what I'm drinking. Wave particle duality. My backup plan is becoming a YouTuber and climbing up on Naked's back. Listen, even I can't climb up on my own back. It's not a stable plan, Timon. You're not gonna climb up high. So working in video, could you help me walk on my code for processing my data? Gladly. Piss off, Blender. Go on. Oh, I've been waiting for this. I've been looking for something to just procrastinate, Flame. I need this. Having on my code for processing my data. Finally! Hopefully, fingers crossed, will not be useless. I should have more alcohol. Atomic, I raise my glass to freedom, something they can never take away, no matter what they tell you virtually. Consider this a toast. Hydroflame!
Hello.
What can I help you with?
Have you ever worked on MATLAB?
No, but from what I've seen...
Do you know what it is?
Yes, I do. It's basically Python except pre-made for working with maths. As far as I know.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm not like an expert on it. I've used it a few times.
I'm just looking at the MATLAB example programs.
I mean, actually, the thing I'm using works on Python as well. But I don't have Python.
I know Python really well.
Okay, so you know, how much do you remember about how my spectrometer works?
Well, you see, I still have to remember that I still have the pre-existing condition that when you say spectrometer...
Okay, my machine, my laser machine.
Okay, it's the laser one, so the one with electron scattering. Yeah. I remember it really well, yes.
Okay. Do you remember the bit about the sphere?
Yeah, the one where the... yeah, it's basically a 2D image based on the 3D scattering of electrons.
Yes, let me get you a quick diagram that I made. Just so I can show what I'm talking about.
Is it whiteboard time?
It could be.
Because I do believe that we do have a perfect whiteboard for this. No, that's math. This is chemistry. There we go. Oh, finally, I'll be useful for once. I've been waiting for such a long time for this. Well, fingers crossed, because knowing me, I will probably start and I'll get confused right away, but fingers crossed. My academic advisor, who stated he was more of a geometer than an algebraist, thought into my soul, notice I like categories. So for me, I'm gonna end up a YouTuber or worse. I want to be theorist. Yes, I remember this perfectly.
Okay, so this is a diagram I made, just to show the thing. So yeah, the electrons come out over an average. It's a sphere, and the sphere gets squished into a circle.
I can show the image on stream, by the way, right?
Yeah. And the thing with the sphere getting squished into a circle is mathematically that's known as an Abel transform. Which, you know, a bit of maths, I don't really care about it, but what I do care about is getting the sphere back from the circle, right?
Right.
Now, in theory, you might look at the circle and be like, well, how do you get a sphere from a circle? But the key thing here is that the sphere has azimuthal symmetry, so it's symmetric about the z-axis. And that means you kind of take out a dimension of uncertainty and you can actually convert it back into a circle, into a sphere.
Makes sense.
So to do that, it's a mathematical process called an Abel inversion. And it would be very difficult to do it by hand, but people have made scripts that do that on the computer. And my challenge is
invention.
Doing that.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, in that case, I would love to help. Also, I would just like to mention, because you did say like maths I don't care about, and I just think it's funny that we have an overqualified. We just have Reblax who's so overqualified for this right now, just in the background. Oh yeah, it's basically converting.
I mean, Reblax can help as well.
It's basically converting it from 2D to 3D. You know, it's a bunch of maths I don't care about. Basically,
let me send you.
This really is the word of any kind of live stream. It's just okay. It's GitHub. I can open that. It's just overqualified would be it. What's the question? I mean, okay. So far, it's a coding problem, which is good because I can do that. So what exactly is it would you like me to do?
Help me get it to work.
I see. Okay.
Okay. So yesterday I was running. So this thing is meant to do this inversion thing to get the sphere back from the circle, and it has a README document with a bunch of terminology where I basically don't really get how it works. I know it calls a bunch of functions and it does some stuff. It does whatever, and it's meant to do what I want, right? But it's very confusing. I'm assuming if you do it on Python, it will work the same way my MATLAB one does as well.
Well,
so
it never works. Not even the same way. It just never works of GitHub. So it probably won't be working the same way. And then we're gonna spend 3 hours fixing something completely unrelated, only to then realize that it has been working the entire time. That's usually how things go. So.
If you want to open the README, you can see kind of what I mean about like.
I'm just installing all the dependencies for now, just to. Although all of them are getting a warning, which I mean, that's a great start already.
Warning for what?
README with a PDF. Oh, that's rare. Treason. Okay, makes sense of. Okay, so README is like. All right, so it was made by mathematicians.
They're explaining how it works, which it's a lot to absorb. And then in the other README, they actually explain how to make it work.
Okay, so PDF is for mathematicians, Markdown is for people who just want to turn it on. Good. That's okay. Yeah. Running code, piece of 2 steps. First, the able transform basis function must be sampled. Jeez, that's dense. Next, at least next at least squares fit inverse measured. Okay, let me try to read that again. First, the able transform basis function must be sampled. Okay.
Yeah. So there are
Transform
two.
basis function makes sense. Able, no idea.
Okay, no, able is the process. So I said this the sphere into the circle is called an able transform.
Okay, I see.
And then the circle into the sphere is called an able inversion.
Second to sphere. Okay, so flattening is the transform, and then inverting is the inversion.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay, so able transform the basis function. Able transform, that's flattening, so must be sampled. All right. Next, at least the squares fit inverse measured data. Sample code of the first.
Okay. Yeah. So these sample codes, I got the first one to work yesterday, but it took like 30 minutes to run on a library computer, and that was without changing any parameters. So this is like an example they gave where you run it and it spits out a bunch of values, and then you're meant to use those values on the next function. But when I did that, it said I didn't have a value, so I don't know.
Wait, so this is just the same program except written separately in MATLAB and Python?
Yes.
That's phenomenal, I do have to say. Because I am just so much worse in MATLAB. I don't do MATLAB. Okay. This is great because the MATLAB one, I mean the Python one, at least has comments, so that's good. Are you
MATLAB one has comments as well, yeah.
Are you fully self-taught? Yeah, but okay, MATLAB, I don't understand MATLAB. I just don't. This is made by. Look at this stuff, okay? Like what the heck? Those are all constants. Okay, hold on. I don't want to ADHD get distracted right away, but it's tough on me already.
I mean, I could do this on Python instead, but the thing is
no, I feel like
the computers in the library at my uni, they have MATLAB and not Python. So it makes more sense for me to get things to work on MATLAB
really
and then run them.
Weird. I feel like at this point Python should be a must for a library thing.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, it makes sense. MATLAB is
Maybe
a bit
it's
more
just
of
too security issues.
No, I think it's just because like Python is just MATLAB for people who know programming, basically. So, which I mean makes sense. Programming is still not the thing that
Write it in C instead.
My
mum programs in C#.
Really, actually, funny enough, C# has about as much to do with C as Python. Funny enough, it's just that I think Microsoft named it C# because I don't know why, but C# is basically good for, Java.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is quite popular. Java is a huge breakthrough in computer science, basically. C# is basically, I think, Microsoft's response or Microsoft version of Java. I feel like that's the best way I can describe it.
Okay.
Fools write everything in white space, so when you print source code, you can freely write on it. Genius. I thought I would get this. I do not know what's happening. Yeah, because this is a program written by mathematicians for chemistry. It's
probably written by a theoretical chemist.
Yeah, and like there is a PDF README that's just a math paper, basically.
Yeah.
Walks into steps.
I tried reading it. I spent like an hour reading that, and I don't think I absorbed like anything.
The first step must only be run once, with the result being saved locally. This makes sense so far. The second step can be run with these results for any amount of new raw image data. Okay, so
I have raw image data in the form of TXT files where it's got every pixel on the image and an intensity for the electron scattering on each pixel. I can show you actually. Hang on.
Oh wait, so the first one basically like creates the function for the able, and the second one is using that function with each new data.
I think so, yeah.
That does make sense.
But the thing is, I ran the first one yesterday, it took ages, and it did a funny thing at the end. It did what was it called, like a process pool? I don't know. I think that might have been the library thing kicking in, being like, "Oh, you spent 30 minutes on this. Let's put it into a."
It did a funny thing at the end. It's not something you want to hear when trying to fix program.
And then what was I gonna say? So it did that, and it gave me values, but then when I ran the next one, it said like, "Oh, these values are missing," and so I don't know.
Okay, I think this might be actually a fairly simple thing then. Sample, because I run this, it's gonna not work. That's good. That's expected so far, because I don't have any data. And then... future motion call. 6. That's not this one. Okay, I see. H5F.
I'm just moving my stuff into a folder so I can actually show it.
Gdata load. Okay, this makes sense. And then it's loading. It's loading nothing because nothing is there. Okay, could you send me the data you have?
Yes.
Greg, by the way, says hello, Flame. Didn't say hi to me.
Hello.
Said hey to specifically you. So, you know, whatever. Hi, Greg.
These files are kind of big, so I'm not sure it. I can send you one image file. Let me go through my data to find one that's nice, and then I'll send it to you.
Okay. I am like fingers crossed that the problem is what I think it is, because if it's not, then I don't know what the problem is, and then I'm gonna have to actually find the problem. It's not fun. Well, I mean, depends, I suppose. The thing that's nice about these kinds of programs that they often run into problems, but it's never due to the actual... it's always because of the things that people who made it didn't think of. So it always works perfectly, it's just not set up for the way most people are using it. Which is good, because that means I don't even have to get into the math paper. Like, I can trust them that that part works.
Can I screen share? Let me just check I'm not doxing. Oh, I am doxing. Can I hide this? Sign out. If I sign out of MATLAB, will it still work? That is the question. Let's try.
I write a lot of code in Python, almost too much code. I spent 3 months tweaking and rewriting some code to make a script that generates prime numbers as fast as possible. It was still very slow. I would recommend C for that kind of thing. Like, the thing is, optimizing programs in C is so much fun, because you're optimizing for like nanoseconds sometimes. It's hilarious.
It makes me log in to use it, but maybe I can log in with my Flame email.
C didn't want to do division. Are you saying you were dividing floating points? Because in C you do need to specify the date type, so you need to have separate date type for integers, separate for floating point numbers.
Oh no, my license needs... Okay. The only thing is, it's showing my name in the top corner.
Oh, that is not ideal.
I'm trying to figure out how I can hide that.
That certainly is not ideal.
But the thing is, if I log out, it doesn't let me use it because I need a license to use the software.
So there's no way to like export.
Oh, minimize tool strip. No, that's the different tool strip.
Wait, okay. So is there no way to like export the data into?
No, I can't export the data, but I wanted to just show you Okay, it's fine. I'll
I
send it
see.
to you. Let me just run this. Basically, need to run this thing to make sure that I've got a nice piece of data to send you.
Timon says, the only reason I'm thinking of quitting physics is because too much of it is done on computers. My professor made me hate programming. Well, I mean, from what I've heard, that's usually how it goes. I have known a lot of people who liked programming until they met a professor that actually started teaching them programming. That's
Okay,
because
I can send you this.
different people program in different ways, and different professors usually are very rigid about what they want. The only good reason to quit physics is to do math instead, because it's better. Okay. I'm just gonna download
That's a piece of data. This is an example MATLAB script that I made.
All
that
of
just,
it is zeros.
Well, no, that's because that's the top left corner, right? So there's no electrons there.
That makes sense.
The second thing I sent you is a MATLAB script I wrote that converts that into an image.
So
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
do
how easy it is to make a Python equivalent of that.
Okay, so I have to just do a code review right away. Data load, minimum values, minimum value data, maximum. It is column up. Okay, no, I do believe it would take
Column
a
map
couple
is
more
just
steps.
setting the color scheme.
I do believe it would take a couple more steps simply because actually these are the same. I know you can't do that in Python. Image
On the
screen
last
data,
line, I
image
just
from data. Save image
put a
file.
percent in front of it to make it invalid,
That makes sense.
just to stop it from saving.
Okay, so right here there is the data.txt, and that is the image of the electron scattering, basically, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the thing that we want to sample.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
But the thing is, in the example thing, so you know the example, it's like two different things you run. The first one doesn't need any data to be put in. It just gives you values for the parameters you set.
Wait, what? So the first one, the first program doesn't need. Oh, makes
the
sense.
save G data, yeah.
Okay, no, save G data doesn't need any.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna run that one
And that's
first,
the one that needs to
actually.
be run first, I think.
Save G data. Wow, that's a lot of errors. That's impressive, actually. That is an My Discord just crashed. It's not responding. I am not joking.
Can you hear me?
I can. Oh, but that's because the errors are still going. Okay. That's wow. That is a fair bit of them. I gotta say that's. So Flame, I do believe something went wrong on my side. I don't know if you can see the stream. Oh no, my Discord crashed. Well, okay. Okay, let me just restart Discord. Then. Hey, I'm back.
Hello.
So something went. Let's just say it didn't go great. I'm still getting error messages, by the way. I know if you can see the stream.
Nice.
It's still going. So I do believe that it doesn't work for me. I feel like we've established that so far.
I mean, it's still running.
Yeah, but these are all error messages, all of them. Like, I'll be honest, I did not even know Python could error this quickly. I'm honestly, I genuinely didn't know.
When mine ran, I didn't get any errors, but it just took
Mine crashed my Discord.
Let me try running mine on
Hold
my
on, let me
PC here.
pause it.
I don't know how fast it will be.
Keyboard. Okay, never mind. So I can't stop it. That's good.
Oh, nice.
What are you bootstrapping?
So you're running save G data, right?
Well, I mean, I'm still technically, yes, running it.
Yeah, okay. I'll run mine. Maybe my Discord will crash. Let's see.
Problems too. I feel like there
mine's
are
just
more than
running.
two
There's
problems.
no errors. It's just going.
Kill terminal. Okay, cool. Well, I stopped it. All right. So what?
I'll let this keep going in the background, I guess.
What was the problem? I don't understand what was the problem there. It's my Python.
Well, let me send you a picture of that.
I genuinely
data
don't
I
know
actually sent you.
what went wrong there, because that feels like such a... MATLAB native CDP basics Python C.
So the thing is, this gdata thing calls a bunch of other functions. So it calls find G. Calls. It called a different thing. What? It's not there.
Maybe I just need to do it right here. C desktop project surgery. C. P basics Python. Remember when I said that it's just gonna be 3 hours of fixing an unrelated thing and then just it's gonna work right away?
Timon or Timon. It's basically no like theoretical or physical stuff is done on paper anymore. In spectroscopy, you can play around with machines. That's part of what I'm doing, but the machines will give you data which needs to be like processed in some way. In theoretical chemistry, it's mostly computer simulations and modeling of what molecules are doing, but there is also room for like just doing maths on paper. So is it Timon? Timon?
We can call me Timon. I'm Timon for it. I just pronounce as Timon. I don't know. I mispronounce everyone's names constantly. If you want to calculate stuff on paper, then that is just math at this point.
Yeah,
math.
You can't really do that in
I mean,
sciences.
I guess theoretical physics also, but theoretical physics is just math. So.
Yeah. Thing for me is like I like physical chemistry theory, but a lot of the work is sitting in front of a computer. And I like some inorganic theory, but the work for inorganic is like actually fun, like making stuff in the lab. And so I've found a PhD that does a bit of both.
How happens if I just turn these off? You gotta give me a second. I'm walking here. Because here's the thing. Multiprocessing is screwing me over apparently.
Okay, everything can be calculated on paper, but there's literally no reason to nowadays, because if you do it on a computer, it will be better.
I mean, okay, there is a difference between calculation and compilation and computation, and yeah, nothing is computed nowadays on a piece of paper. But I mean, when you are calculating stuff, you are doing it on a piece of paper. The only problem is we don't really calculate stuff all that often, because calculating basically means like creating new maths. And for stuff like most of physics, for stuff like most of chemistry, all the maths is already there. So when you want to use existing math, you just compute it. When you want to create new math, you calculate it. And a piece of paper, that's only for creation of new maths. Okay, now if I try again. I am a genius. Okay, wow. Look at me, the smart boy. I turned off the right thing.
You just turned off the...
Now all I need to do is go step by step. And then... Is it because I didn't know that parameters?
Troubleshooting.
But listen, I'm working on it, right? Gdata.
One of my friends, he's very like book smart. but he was doing work for his research thing, and it also involved MATLAB. And he was like, "Oh, this isn't working." And I was looking at him. I was looking at the thing he's doing, and he just like his brain just didn't know how to troubleshoot. Like he would look at his thing, it would fail, and then he'd be like, "Oh, I can't figure out why this isn't working." And then that would be it. Like he wouldn't try and turn off anything. He would just.
Oh, I know.
And so I was there. I was like, "Well, just test this one line, see if it breaks." And then he did it. And he went, "Oh wow, it breaks." And I'm like, "Yeah, so that means that's the wrong line." Like.
Okay, so I know what the problem is. The pickle is that it's not something I can easily solve.
Solution is just install MATLAB.
Maybe, genuinely. I mean, the thing
Actually,
is...
wait, no, it needs a license, doesn't it?
I don't know why... Okay, so the problem that's happening is that this is basically parallelizing it. So it's using different, like, CPU process for this to speed it up. For some reason, however, my computer really doesn't like that, apparently. And it just dies.
Oh.
So one of these lines is starting off a cascade of just a bunch of different... Wait, fungi. How are you parallelizing it, actually? CPU count. Are you doing CPU count? As I mentioned, it's just... You have to fix the unrelated thing first. And only then you can move on to do... multiprocessing. Okay, so I am correct about the issue.
Okay, there is a 30-day free trial you can get from MATLAB.
I'm capable, I can fix it. Just give me a second.
Well, no, but I'm also looking at the Python code and wondering how similar it actually is to the MATLAB code.
I mean, the issue there is that this is an error that I don't think even I could spot. That's like way above my pay grade. I'm finding, I think, for example. Okay, Python multiprocessing results in a shit ton of errors. Let's just look that up. Anyone report anything like that? The problem is that I can't even check the errors I'm getting because there are just so many of them that I physically cannot stop the program. It's just too many errors. Like, look at this. Control C should stop it. And you can see the keyboard interrupt at the bottom. But it's not interrupting anything. I just have to screenshot this. Okay.
It's running for me, but it's still going. Just so you know, like, it's been running for the last, like, 10 minutes.
Hold on. I'm just going to screenshot this.
But the good thing is, once it's done, it should be done. I do still have the data I saved from the library one yesterday as well.
Code. An attempt has been made to start a new process before the current process has finished its bootstrapping phase. Well, don't start the new process because the new process is going to result in an error again. And it's just going to... This probably means that you are not using fork to start your child process and you have forgotten to use the proper idiom in the main module. I love it when like modern programs just tell you what's going wrong.
Yeah.
When there's a mistake and they like
yeah,
tell
it's
you
probably
exactly what's going wrong. I mean, if the program is not going to be frozen, produce an executable. Okay, so in the main module, I'm just fixing it right now. Right here. Oh, is it because I'm running it incorrectly? I might be. Setup. Do I need to run setup first? CDP, baby.
I don't know if I should cancel the thing I'm running. It's still going. I'll just leave it and let it go. Yeah, Kota, I can send the. Hang on.
Hide lemon. The four horsemen of debugging. I'm not smart enough for theoretical physics and doesn't have any cool lab book. I don't think you should think of it in terms of smartness. I mean, theoretical physics does require a lot of creativity. I'll give you that, but
Most science is just determination. Like you just need to be able to fail the same experiment 5 times in a row and actually keep going.
the thing is, the biggest part of science is like just creativity, because if you are just, it's much easier to test a hypothesis than to come up with a new one. Or rather, it's much simpler to test the hypothesis. Like, making a robot to test hypotheses is a much easier task than making a robot that's coming up with new ones. So if you just keep trying new shit over and over again, eventually you will just land. Eventually something is going to stick. Okay, readme MD again. Installation, that's for MATLAB. No. For Python, pip installs is recommended from the command line. This will install the Python version as well as several dependencies. Pre-installing Python and more supports this radio dependency. Okay. Required to. Okay, so dill. Maybe my dill isn't working. Dill. Already satisfied, so I already have it. Passing dependency of Python Lightning. What? My Python is just screwed up. I'm gonna install a new Python. Just give me a second. Just a quick update. I finished the video yesterday. Now I can just procrastinate.
Yeah, just install MATLAB at this point.
No, I'm capable. No, okay. Here's the thing.
Okay, the thing is that if you get it to work on Python, it might still just not work for me. Like it might just work differently.
That is true. But MATLAB is. I will have to get a license, right? MATLAB.
No, it's there's a free trial.
Yeah, but the trial license still.
Well, yeah, but like you can just cancel it.
MATLAB.
I do so many free trials. I just set an alarm for the day before the trial runs out, and then I just cancel it.
Let me just try it one more time. Okay, so hear me out. Running the code, precisely in 2 steps. Okay, how do you just run the code? That's all I'm asking for. Can we just do it on your actually machine? Maybe could you? Oh no, because MATLAB is doxing you, isn't it? Damn it! It's always something.
It just shows my name in the corner.
It's always something.
I don't know how to get rid of that.
I think there's a way to hide, but it's not a great one, so I don't feel comfortable.
Well, as in like
being there.
Just do the window and then move the window so that my name's not being shown.
Like,
in that
yeah, that sort of thing, or maybe enter the developers because it's in the browser, right? Or no?
What do you mean?
Is it not in the browser?
It's in an application.
It's an application.
Yeah.
Well,
in the window of the application in the top right, it shows my name.
If you press Ctrl Shift
maybe I can change my account name. Hang on, wait.
Oh, maybe that.
Yeah, I click my account and absolutely nothing happened.
Make it as good that he's streaming. I am focused, okay? I finished the video yesterday. I earned this, alright? I have earned the right to just hyper focus on a random programming problem. I'm hardly passing most of my theoretical physics classes, and I don't think I'm smart enough for it. I'm not smart, but I think you need top 0.1% in the world to do that. Time
edit profile.
Absolutely not. I mean, you really gotta stop thinking about it in terms of just being smart. I've already mentioned it before. It upsets me so much. In my opinion, it's one of the dumbest things that we consider intelligence to even be a thing. I mean, like the capacity to perform general tasks, that is a thing. But when you go to buy, that's always the example I use. I actually have been complaining about it for such a long time. I have a pre-prepared example. Timon, when you go to the shops to buy a new computer, you don't just get like a single number, okay, of how good a computer is. It's like you don't just have one computer that's a 7, another that's a 4, another that's an 11. It's not a single number. And the human brain is so much more complex than a computer. You shouldn't think of it in terms of being smart. Just with a single, like a spectrum of just how smart someone is. The thing is, advanced science requires a lot of creativity, which means if you're able to think in a different way from most people in the field, then as long as you, then you will be useful. The biggest problem is that in order to be a good scientist, you do need skills, which have to be developed. You basically need to, it takes a lot of effort to be a good scientist because you always need to prove everything, and that's not something we're used to. Everything needs a proof, everything needs a reason to be there. And because of that, there is certainly a survivorship bias for people who do end up there. I have no issue with self-esteem. No, I'm not that smart enough for theoretical physics. But the problem is, you clearly do because you consider that you even need to be smart for some reason.
It's funny that I googled the name thing, and someone else has already posted 2 years ago saying I sometimes screen share my MATLAB.
Exact same
How
problem.
do I change my name? Oh, that's so funny. I can change my account name, but it pops up being like, "Oh, why did you change your name? Is it for legal reasons, or are you a new person taking responsibility of the account, or what?" I think it doesn't matter. I think legally, it's not gonna get me in trouble.
Yeah. You are paying for it, right?
No, it's my academic license.
Yeah, then someone is paying for it in that way.
Yeah.
In that case.
I mean, it's using my university email, but it's just...
The thing is, it's actually, from a legal perspective, names are really interesting. Because the thing is, you can use fake names all the time, because it's actually... It is complicated, of course, but fake names, I always found them so interesting, because if you buy something online with a fake name, most of the time, the person you're buying it from will not care. Like, they sold you something. They don't care if it's a fake name. So even though you falsified your name completely, there is no victim. And because of that, there's just... It's just funny.
Victimless crime.
It's not even a crime. Most of the time, it's not really even a crime. I mean, it is a crime if, I don't know,
I've changed my name.
Police asks you.
I have to stop the program to log out and log back in, but it's alright.
Has many different states, but mine just don't qualify for theoretical physics. I would just like to point out, Timon, that like most... I mean, I guess you do need a lot of maths in theoretical physics. That is, I would say, the biggest issue. The biggest issue is that in order to be a good theoretical physicist, you need to be an incredible mathematician and also unbelievably creative. And so you basically need, on one hand, you need, complex, massive equations. On the other hand, you basically need to be a stoner, for the lack of a better word, so...
There we go, and now it shows flame. Easy.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, I can screen share.
All right. Now we're cooking.
But the thing is, the first example thing takes ages to run. But maybe I can just change the parameters and it will run quick. Screen share. Let me just check one thing.
Maybe mine was just... Maybe my thing was an error. Well, it was erroring, clearly. But maybe those errors weren't important. It was just running. In which case, I don't like that, because that's not great. I'm gonna do a quick test.
Okay. Let me just show you the actual data I've got. So this is the file I sent you, and the thing I wrote, if I run it. Wait, can you see this other window that's popped up
Uh,
here?
no, I don't think so.
Uh,
Let me move this right there. There we go.
this is what I get from my thing.
Oh, that
Very
does
pretty.
look. That yeah, okay.
Very nice.
That does look good. Like yeah, okay.
Okay. Anyway.
So these are basically electrons scattering like in 3 different. Is it 3 or is it 5? Basically 5 spheres of electrons. That's how I imagine it. That's
1, 2, 3, 4. The red ones are the spheres. These outer ones are, I think, just because the detector thing has like a cylinder around it.
oh, so this 3. Okay.
So that all this dark blue is backgrounds. There's one red here, one red here. I think this inner one is actually 2. It's hard to tell on this, but I'm pretty sure this is 2.
So it's 4.
Yeah, I think so.
That doesn't make sense because
this
otherwise
was,
that would be pretty thick.
What was this? Let me get my lab book. This is one of the first ones. 250. Of course I didn't write down the molecule. Why?
It doesn't matter, you know. Just
Yeah, okay, yeah. This was a... What was it? I can't remember. This was like a first experiment we did, which was like a test one. I think it might be iodine fluoride. Maybe it's sulfur fluoride or something. Sulfur hexafluoride, maybe.
that
anyway,
sulfur will not hold on to any electrons, will it?
But most of them don't want to hold on to electrons, I'm not gonna lie. Well, one of the values I get is this thing called electron affinity, which is literally the name, like how much it wants an electron.
Isn't that electronegativity? What's the difference?
Electronegativity is a property of an atom, like of a specific element. Electron affinity is like more of a property of a molecule, and it's like a specific energy value. It's not like a tendency for it to do something. It's like an actual discrete value where you can measure a certain gap. Actually, I had a diagram. Here. This diagram I also made.
MATLAB. I don't know if you're sending it or...
Oh, no, I'm sending it.
Okay. May I show it once again?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, it's this one. I remember this one.
Yeah, the one I made. So the blue is the electron affinity. So you can see basically
that
just
makes sense.
how much energy it's yeah.
Wow, it's almost as if what you're doing is actually coherent and it's actually
it's crazy when science
right?
is scientific.
No way. Oh, it makes sense. It's electron affinity, how much it wants to hold on to the electron, and you can actually measure it because you just have light, which is the energy, in order.
Exactly.
Okay, this is so much better than electronegativity, I do have to say.
And so you can see that, like, if I do a laser energy, so like a frequency that's higher than the electron affinity, then the electron gets kicked off with some kinetic energy. If I do it lower than the electron affinity, then the electron just doesn't get kicked off. It just stays on.
And then the moment it gets kicked off, that's basically the electron affinity. So that's how. Yeah. So by slowly increasing the wavelength of the laser, you can get
if I did it slowly, there would be one dot in the middle of the image. Because the electron isn't really going anywhere. It's got no kinetic energy.
I love how this is basically like the 7th time you've explained to me what you're doing. And every single time I get it. But for some reason, every single explanation also feels different to me. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's fun in the lab as well. Like, it's really easy to change the frequency on the laser. So I just press the button and I just watch, like, slowly, nothing happens, and then suddenly the electron just appears. And it's like, wow, quantum mechanics actually exists.
I imagine you just like over a wheel on The Price is Right, just slowly checking where the electron affinity is.
I can try some of this other data as well. It's what happens if I run? Which of these should I pick? So subtracted means I've done a background subtraction.
If maybe 320 nanometers, I'm feeling
Okay,
confident
the
about that
IF
one.
maybe.
Wait, what do you mean IF maybe? Why is the name IF maybe 320?
Is it maybe iodine fluoride? It's maybe not. It was like we looked at basically we see the detector image and we look at it and we're like, yeah, that's probably this molecule, and we don't know until we actually like do the data.
Okay, I mean that is pretty hilarious.
If I run this, okay, this doesn't look great. It's two blobs. I have to keep switching the screen share. It doesn't let you screen share two things at once. Change windows. This is what we got.
Oh, I see.
If I go, so I'll
Wait,
actually go through these. If I do this, this is still in the same window, right?
Is this red because?
Okay, so this is 300, and then this is 310.
Okay.
And then this is
320 will be even more separated, I'm assuming. Okay.
330.
Gets smaller.
340.
Wait, that's the wavelength number?
Wave number.
Oh, that's wave number, not wavelength. Okay.
350.
So as you increase it, increase the wave number, increase the energy, basically. That's what I'm asking.
Yes.
So right here, you are basically increasing the energy of the laser. The images as you're showing us, this is basically slowly increasing the energy of the laser.
I'm just checking, am I increasing or decreasing?
That's why I'm asking about if it's wavelength or wave number, because...
I think I'm decreasing.
Okay, so it's
which is why
wavelength
things are getting smaller.
Case.
Yeah.
Okay. So with a lot of energy...
Sorry, this is wavelength, not wave number. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, then it is decreasing. So it starts...
360... 370...
Yeah, and now it's getting less and less red because... And right here it's blue because the laser isn't strong enough to actually kick off the electrons, right?
I think this is a signal, but I think it's just very diffuse. Like, it's hard to see. And I don't have...
I love it so much, so... I'll be real. I'm just... I do love this.
I love the 351. Like, this is so nice to look at. I have more if you want.
Absolutely, I'm having... Okay. I feel like I'm honestly just high and just... I feel like I'm a stoner just looking at random pictures of basically electron heat maps like, oh yeah, that's a good heat map.
I can show you... what can I show you? I can show you the chloride ones I did last month. There's not many. So I just paste these in. Slowly uploading. Okay. These aren't subtracted, because I was gonna write a MATLAB thing to subtract them. Which I definitely haven't done yet. Okay, so this is chloride, 300 nanometers. It's probably not going to look like anything. Didn't load. Why didn't... Oh, missing an underscore. Oh, okay, this is nice.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay.
That's nice, because you can see two actual just energy
exactly this card. Okay.
And then 310.
So that's barely above the energy, the electron affinity, right?
No, this is way above. Because if you remember how big it is how much extra energy you're putting in.
Wait, what's the color then?
The color is the intensity.
So the amount of electrons?
The amount in that specific location.
Okay.
So if you decrease the size of it, you're going to get more intensity naturally because it's the same number of electrons, but they're more focused in a certain point.
So wouldn't that just mean a brighter laser? Or am I getting confused?
No, the wavelength is the color of the laser.
Yeah, I know, but if you're getting more electrons knocked off, wouldn't that just mean a brighter laser? Like the size correlates
if you made the laser brighter, you would get more electrons.
Okay, so
But I'm not changing the brightness of the laser in this.
then why are some of them red, why are some of them blue? I'm confused.
Because so if you have a massive sphere,
As it
then
inverse square law, I get it now. Okay,
yeah, like
got
if you
it.
make the
It
sphere
clicked.
small, you're gonna have the same number of electrons in a smaller space.
Yeah, inverse square law. Okay, I understand now.
Okay, so this is 310. I think hopefully what I can show you with this is that as I increase it, the inner circle will disappear. So 320, 330, and 340 should remove it. There we go. So now it's only
right
one circle.
here is basically enough energy. This is basically energy that's higher than electron affinity of one electron, but lower than electron affinity. I mean, not one electron. Only it's higher than one electron affinity, but lower than the other one.
Yes, I can show you a diagram.
I can imagine what it would look like already, but yes,
yeah.
please do.
LaTeX is compiling. There we go. Okay, here's the diagram.
The stream and the chat are two very different kinds of entertainment. I'm having fun. I'm looking at electrons, right? I'm having my fun. Yeah, okay, this is exactly what I was expecting. I'm actually, no, it's not. Wait, what?
So the one on the left is when you get two circles, because that's the two kinetic energies, right? And then as you lower it, eventually you're below one of the states, and so you're only getting one kinetic energy. And that's the picture on the right.
Yeah, okay. That's so cool.
I have a couple more. But these are just... okay, I have ClO minus. I don't even know what you call that. Oxochloride. ClO minus, and it's 420. It might not show anything because I only have one image, so I don't know why I've only got one. Let's run it. Okay, that's very faint. You can see a ring.
It's massive, isn't it? Or am I...
Well, I zoomed in.
Yeah, but in comparison to the previous... Oh, am I... okay, I mean...
Well, if I show you the original chloride with 300 nanometers...
The way my brain works right now is that if it's dim, that means it must have grown a lot. And I don't know if I'm in the right neighborhood.
Okay, this was like the biggest one we had before with the chlorine. And then if I go back to the... There you go. There is a ring there. There's very clearly something, but... Yeah.
Wait,
great.
if you would have... Wouldn't you get a sharper image if you increase the laser brightness then?
Maybe.
In this case.
Maybe. I'm not sure how easy that is to do, because lasers are already quite bright. I think it's probably maximum brightness.
That would make sense, actually, yeah. I don't know why you would have a dimmer laser now that I think about this.
Do I have any others I can show you?
By the way, I do want to say that if I ever... I mean, I'm not going to be, but if I were like a researcher, I would be that guy. I would be that guy who just walks in like, let's just make the laser brighter. Oh, image not sharp enough, crank that bad boy up.
Okay, so if I go back to the other one, which was it? It was the IF maybe.
What's that? 5 kilowatts? Let's make it 10.
And it was like 350 nanometers, wasn't it? Okay, if you look at this, right?
Right.
This line is meant to be vertical, and it's clearly not vertical.
It's like an angle.
Yeah, and that is actually a huge problem, because all these scripts work by assuming it's vertically symmetric.
Oh, wait,
because
why isn't it vertical then?
there's something wrong with the laser. the laser's probably tilted. So okay, so the laser is polarized. You know, light can be polarized,
Right.
right? The polarization direction of the laser determines the angle of azimuthal symmetry, like the z-axis of the whole event. So you know the first picture I sent you today, the one where it shows the sphere moving.
Yes.
See, the sphere has an arrow pointing up.
Yes.
That arrow is determined by the polarization of the photon that comes in, like the direction of the arrow.
Makes sense.
And so what this means is that the direction of the laser is slightly misaligned compared to the direction of the detector. Like the polarization of the laser light.
So wait, how
misaligned.
difficult is it to change the polarization of light in a laser like that?
That's the thing. In theory, you just twist the laser and it fixes it, right? So I pointed this out. I was like, wait, isn't this like a massive problem? And he was like, he looked at it. He was like, oh yeah, it is. Well, I'll just stick my hand in the laser next time and we'll figure out what the angle is and how to twist it.
Wait.
So yeah, I don't think it's a difficult fix.
Could you also just rotate the images? Wouldn't that be... Or am I crazy?
Could, yeah. It's probably easy to rotate the images.
Because I imagine you wouldn't you would need to stick your hand in an industrial grade laser.
Well, it's just a laser. Like you wear some goggles and then you're fine. You know, just stick your hand in.
Okay, I mean, I would still feel more if I was doing it, I would still feel more comfortable flipping the image. I'll be honest, and rotating it. Although I suppose rotation might be, yeah, might need some artifacts. Never mind.
Let me go back to MATLAB.
I think this is really, really cool. I do have to say. But I'm a little bit upset that when you know when the images read dim, your first instinct isn't just crank up the laser beyond what's capable of. It's natural. It's the natural fix. So okay, so the chlorine you are actually certain. It's not a maybe.
Yeah. This is the IF was very much like we looked at it, we weren't sure. Whereas the chlorine, you can tell, like you saw the distinct lines, like those are distinct for the energy levels in chlorine.
Also, it is just single atom ion, right? It's so.
In the case of the chlorine, yeah.
Is that why it's fierce?
No.
Okay.
So the IF is also spheres, even though it's a diatomic molecule.
Yeah, but I mean like a sphere that spheres out in both centered around the same point. Because with IF they were like they were next to each other, right? Oh no, wait, I'm misremembering. Never mind.
Oh no, you're right that in IF it has a different polarization. I wish it were that simple, where it's just like, oh, it's you're seeing the orbitals on the atoms, but you're not. It's all.
Apparently, quantum mechanics isn't that convenient.
Yeah, it's quantum. There are these things called selection rules for electronic transitions, where when an electron changes state, like it moves to a different state, it has rules that determine which states it's allowed to change to. And in this ejection thing where it gets kicked off, that's one of these transitions, and one of the rules is that the symmetry of the orbital it's in needs to be different to the symmetry of the ejection pattern it gets kicked out with. Which means that if you have an orbital that's like a round, like an s orbital, like a sphere,
right,
then when it gets kicked out, it has to be a p orbital. And so that's why in the chlorine one, it's already in a p orbital, and when it gets kicked out, it gets transferred into an s, and so it kind of makes this spherical pattern. Even though the orbital it's in is a p, so it shouldn't be spherical. It makes
sense, but I don't like it.
Yeah, it's very complicated. I don't really.
You know what that reminds me of? When I was studying for the fundamental forces video, all of them were so elegant except for weak interaction. where for weak interaction, instead of something simple like, oh, mass comes together, or it's charge, or it's color charge, weak interaction just has the hundreds of different rules for like conserving different numbers or how they're supposed to change and whatnot.
Okay, these rules are
really
like
similar
these
to
rules
that.
are just things like this number has to increase or decrease by 1. It's
Yeah.
literally like it's not that hard to remember.
Yeah, I mean the same thing. Okay, the same thing was with weak interactions, that there were so many of these rules that you could never just have a feel for what's going to happen. You had to make sure conserving left number or whatever. It's makes sense.
Okay, so I can run this, but it will take like 30 minutes, I think. I do also have the data from when I ran it in the library computer over here, but using this, it didn't really like work.
Wait, what did you need my help with, by the way? Because I would just went on a bit of a tangent, just looking at different electrons.
Wait, what would you say?
What did you need my help with? Because I just realized I haven't.
Making this the actual like GitHub thing actually work with my data.
Okay, so let's get a bit more specific. What?
Okay, so I ran this save G data
right
in the library computer yesterday. It did something funny, but it did eventually give me values. It did like finish. But the thing is, then when I went to run the sample thing, it then didn't work, but I also didn't specify what data to grab. But this is an example, so I was a bit confused about like how to even make this work. So so the first thing, load integrals. This is meant to be the data from the initial program, right?
Yep.
G data. The thing is, in this save G data file, why is it running? What's it running? this is like saved.
This is not a program. This is data.
And I click it and it's running something. Okay, it was loading up the things. Okay. I'll let it load them all. So these are all the values. Just give it a sec. Okay, so it's got all of these. The thing is, it's missing this actual file, right? Like, I don't know where to find this, which is what this program is trying to load. And it says this, it's like got a file name value here, but I don't know like what I'm meant to do. Do you get what I mean? Like,
how big is the test gdata save.mat? How big is it?
I don't know how I can check that.
I mean, I assume you have it. You can just with a file explorer.
Oh yeah,
I think.
Can show it in the file.
Yeah, right click and then properties.
Wait, does it show it here? No, okay, file explorer. Oh wait, no, this.
Oh, H5 file format designed to store and organize large amounts of data originally developed at the U.S. National Center for Supercomputing Applications. It's
1,000. Oh, it's 1 million kilobytes. So I guess
it's 1 gigabyte. I don't think it's a terabyte. I think it's a gigabyte, right? 1 million kilobytes. 1,000 would be a
1,000 kilobytes is a gigabyte.
1,000 kilobytes is a megabyte.
Oh, megabyte. Yeah, okay, no, it's a gigabyte. Yeah.
So it's a gigabyte, which means. Okay.
No wonder it took so long to run the program.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty big, isn't it? Okay, so this
I could try and run the save G data with like different parameters. Like I think if I reduce the number of these L's, it gives me smaller data.
I've been talking with Quasar recently, and I really have to do it. I need to get myself a server, because if I had a server, then you could just upload this to my server, and then I could just download it, and it will be done. But now we need to find some silly way to. Well, okay.
The thing is, right, my professor has a thing on his computer in the lab, which just like instantly does this inversion thing with the file. Like it takes a couple seconds and then it's done. But the thing is, I wanted to do my own thing on my computer because his thing is like you have to click on each file one by one and click run, and then go to another thing, click run, and it like just takes ages in the lab. It's like surely you can just click a thing that does them all at once. But maybe I should just ask him for his thing and then connect it to like MATLAB and just have it run all of them. I don't know. It's because I would literally sit there for 30 minutes just running each of them one by one and copy and pasting the data into Excel. And it's like there's surely a more efficient way of doing that.
My PC is dying, by the way. My Windows is completely, is still clearly shaken from the error experience. Okay, H5 file name.
Okay, so if I run this, it says unable to open this.
Yeah, try just doing the .mat. Just try replacing this in this code, the H5 with the .mat name. So test underscore gdata underscore
the whole
saved.
thing with this?
No. In the code, the gdata equals load g, and then.
Oh, you mean so as in replacing the thing?
Yeah, replace this with just
this.
your file.
Okay. Surely the different file type is going to be a problem, but
not really, because I mean the thing is, when it comes to programming, there is no file type, or at least there shouldn't be.
It's in the wrong location. Why have I put this in pbasics Python? I just realized. Let me move it into two examples.
Just casually moving a gigabyte of data, just.
Oh yeah, I just did that instantly, didn't it? Well, that's actually kind of funny.
Okay.
HDF5 library error. I'm assuming that's because
library error. Okay.
It's the wrong file type.
The thing that is a problem in this case is that H5 ain't really a simple file format. It was made for supercomputers, so of course it ain't. However, file that is found. Okay, so H5 files basically data H5. What is the .mat format, by the way?
MATLAB. MATLAB something.
Do you have VS Code maybe? Or
no.
Okay, so open up the test gdata in just the text editor, like Notepad, anything.
Okay.
Just I want to see what it looks like. Because it is possible that this is just the H5 file, except with a bunch of like random headers from MATLAB. So you know it's possible that this is the file we need, except with like encased if in some metadata that MATLAB just added in, sake of convenience.
It's not in the right location. Where is it? Oh, this isn't updated. Okay, that's fine. Okay, it says the file type is MATLAB data. But if I right click, open with...
Yeah, text, Notepad, anything.
Yeah, I'm going Notepad. File is too large for Notepad.
Oh yeah, I forgot those. That's the thing, right? Ah, shucks.
Oops.
MATLAB file formats. How does it work? Because MATLAB file format.mat. What is it? How does it work? How does it work?
It's weird because I've moved this file here, but when I go in File Explorer, it's still back in the original location.
That is weird, actually.
Maybe File Explorer only updates when I close MATLAB. Maybe it's like saving energy.
It
Maybe that's
be
why
the
it
other way
instantly
around.
transferred the gigabyte. Like it hasn't actually moved it.
But it should be the other way around. The File Explorer should know where the file is.
Yeah, but maybe MATLAB is pretending it's here when it's actually still
That
in the
would
old
be
location.
so unbelievably dumb, I'll be honest. This would be just awful. Like, I'm not saying it's not how it works, it might be.
Maybe it's slowly moving it because it's a gigabyte, it's taking ages to move.
My every single page dislikes my VPN.
If I make a new folder... Actually, wait, let me see if the data folder's here. You know, the data folder isn't even here. This lab data folder. Am I in the right... Oh, I'm not. This is on the USB stick. Oh, I'm an idiot. I was looking at the MATLAB folder on my USB stick, not on my PC. Okay. Where is my MATLAB folder then?
Data file saved in MATLAB. File binary data can format the map from MATLAB numerical computing. Yeah.
Okay, no, I found it now. That's fine. I was looking at the location on my USB stick, not on my PC. That's why. Because I still have my USB plugged in for no reason. It's 1.7 gigabytes. It's actually insane.
All right, so create function. Create. Okay, I think I might have got something. And what you basically want the data to be is like the file you sent me, which is just numbers, right?
That's the data. That's the image data. I don't know if that. I think this should be different.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the file I
So
sent you is the image data, but the file that I'm struggling with
Do you
here
have-
is the file from the G data.
okay, so you wouldn't happen to have maybe like an example of what that data is supposed to look like, just so that we can.
Nope.
Okay, so
No
that
clue.
means I'm gonna give you something, and it's
I mean, it's looking for this.
it's
but
either
that's
gonna
it.
work or not. So that's the plan right now.
I'm looking. So, okay, so this is in G data, but it doesn't have the thing inside G data.
Okay.
It doesn't have
so
this in
H5
there.
create H5 file name, which is
I think maybe when I ran it yesterday, it just didn't generate the right file. I think it just. I could just leave this running for like half an hour, have my lunch, and come back and then see if it's working.
yes. That might be it. Or
As in, leave this to get the G
There
data
is
again, so I can
another
remove all this
alternative too.
data.
That is, I mean, that is a possibility. There's also another one. There's also a possibility that MATLAB, that this just generated the data you need, however, in MATLAB's format. So that file you have
but like
there.
it's written for MATLAB. Like, I feel like it
I'll be
should.
on,
Because
I
it
mean,
just says save
I will
locally
be
on the
honest.
thing.
You are right. That would be really weird if that's what happened, because I don't get why that would be a thing. Dates.
This is in save G. Several key parameters that can be changed are. So I could try and run it with like way less pixels and just see what happens. Just as an example. Radial pixels. This is like the size of the image. So you know, in the picture, in the images I showed you, you got the circles. This is like how far out of the center should it be searching? I'm pretty sure. And so I can set
decrease
this
the
really
number,
low,
and it's
then
going
it's
to be
doing
quicker.
like a tiny image just to see what it does.
I suppose that would make sense actually.
And then this number of angular basis functions. I wish it would say which parameter this is, but it doesn't. But I think it's this L. I think these are angular basis functions.
I mean, yeah, if there was going to be an angular basis, it's going to be L. It should be. At the very
So I
least.
think I could just reduce these, and then see what happens. Do you think that's worth trying?
You know what? Before we try the complex ones, we should try the simple one.
Okay, this X I can definitely change. This is like this is the distance from the center that it's searching. I don't know what the first 0 means, but I know that this is the distance. Like the radius of the circle.
Yeah, you know, let's just try the simple one before we try the complex one.
Okay.
Data load. Alright, so this right here. If that doesn't work, then I'm just gonna do a backup. Actually, what am I doing? Just copy this over. Yeah, if that doesn't work, then we have this, which should be able to convert the MATLAB dot file into an H5.
Okay. But I feel like the file is actually missing anyway. The
As I mentioned, I
H5.
mean, yeah, we should. No, that's the thing. The .mat file you have, right?
Oh, you mean
That would convert
Okay,
the
so
.mat
here where
into
it
an
says file
H5.
name, do you think maybe all it did is it just forgot to change the name of the whole thing? Is that what you
I
mean?
honestly don't know. What I
Because
think
here it's
happened
saying
is
this is like a thing to set for
okay.
the file
So
name.
you know how. So what I think basically happened is that you know how most videos are MP4s, right?
Yeah.
You can also have a WAV.
Yep.
So what I basically think happened is that the program is made to take an MP4. It got a WAV. So all what you need to do right now is convert the WAV into an MP4. I don't know if okay. The thing is, changing the name
just see if this
shouldn't
works.
work. It.
It
I
would be
mean,
funny
you
if it
can
did.
try it. You can try it. Depends on how. The thing is, changing it really shouldn't work because. Yeah, the thing is,
Oh, it's looking for a thing within here, right? Yeah. Okay.
the thing is, basically programs, right? I mean, the names didn't match. I would just like to first point it out. The names did not, in
Oh,
fact,
did
match.
they not? Oh, yeah, they didn't, did they? That was a bit stupid. I mean, I can try it. Let's just give it a go.
The thing is, programs nowadays. I mean, not nowadays.
Oh,
kind
whoops,
of.
wrong. Oh no, I set it to M on accident, and now it doesn't let me do anything. Out of memory error. It doesn't let me edit it because I set it to .m, and now it thinks it's a MATLAB thing. Oh, let me just go in File Explorer and rename it.
Kept eating my lasagna by cutting corners. I end up with almost circular lasagna. That's really why you should never cut corners. If you,
Properties.
I mean, I guess cutting corners is pretty good if you don't want to be a square, but geometric pants, absolutely awful.
Doesn't let me change the file type.
I mean, the thing is, the file extensions, right? Like .h5, .mp3, all of these, they are all just like the name of the file as far as
Yeah, but the thing is, I set
concerned.
it to .m on accident, and now it's just breaking. Look at all of this. It's something's.
I mean,
Maybe I
that
should
is
just
weird.
close MATLAB and try again. Let's give it a go.
I mean, problem solving, it might actually work. Just close and start again.
If not, I can just grab it from the USB stick again, because the file's still there. Okay, I should rename it before I add it to the path. That would be smart. Oh, it's already breaking, even though it's not in the path. That is not a good sign. Okay, it's just broken. I'll delete the file. I can grab the file again from the USB stick. It's a gigabyte though. It's 2 gigabytes, so it might take a sec.
Whoa, you just crunched really hard.
Oh yeah, my PC. Sometimes it freezes for like 2 seconds. And it's not a drive issue, so I have no idea what it is. Where is my data? Here it is. Copy. It's doing 1% per second, so it's going to take a minute. That's kind of fast for a USB stick, isn't it? To do like 2 gigabytes in 1 minute.
I mean, it is. All of it is incredible. You can just copy a file on your computer, the gigabyte file like that, casually, even if MATLAB is doing some tomfoolery in the background.
Oh no, it wasn't actually doing any tomfoolery. I was looking at the wrong thing in File Explorer. I had the same folders with the same names, but I was looking on my USB stick instead of on my PC. That's, that's why I was confused. So yeah, I just did that instantly, I guess.
By the way, the stream is off, and I just...
Yeah, I know, I'm just loading this thing up.
I know, I just want to just remind in case. Every stream reaches the point where we just start making upgraded versions of the same stray joke. It's a hilarious joke, Time, and I will never apologize for just overusing it all the time.
Yeah, the file should be here. Why is it not here? Oh, it is here. It's down here. Am I tripping? Oh, I am tripping. Okay, that's where it is. I thought it was in the Python folder, and it wasn't. It's just below it. Okay. How do I open it? Load. Is it loading?
I wish I didn't have to go
Values
outside.
on here. I don't know if it's what. Oh wait, okay, it's running.
I wish I didn't have to go outside, but put on clown makeup. We live in a society. I'm already ahead of you, Roblox. I already bought 2 loaves of bread, so.
We got stuff here.
Oh, oops. Hold on.
What should I try?
There we go. Okay. Now, so we have the data.mat. Lovely. First, just copy the name of .mat and just paste it in there. Just a quick sanity check.
Just copy this. Okay.
The name and paste it in there with the appropriate location.
Yeah. It doesn't paste the name. Nice. Can't open the file.
Okay, so now this shouldn't work.
Should I rename it to .h5?
Yeah, change it to H5. This shouldn't work, but I would rather try it than not try it, honestly.
Same error.
Okay, that makes sense. So the problem is that basically the data is there, right? But MATLAB just doesn't know how to read it. It's basically the data
well, actually,
is
no,
there.
I don't know if the data's there, right? Because when it says gdata,
we're optimistic. We're assuming the data is there.
What I think, right, is it says gdata here,
right?
And here we have gdata, where when I go into it, it's got a few values, but none of these values are this.
Hold on, can you unpack? Okay, change the name of the data back to mat.
This back to map.
MATLAB unpack the file into a folder. Is it like a zip file? It might be. Holy crap! You can just unzip them. Wait, go into a file explorer and try to like right-click unzip or something.
Let's see. Right-click.
Alternatively, there is a no. That's for a zip file.
There's just open with MATLAB. There's nothing else.
Okay.
Edit in Notepad. Maybe that's just because I tried Notepad before. That shouldn't work. Yeah, it's too big.
Extract data from a .mat file, because clearly
I think I should just run this, but with smaller parameters so it runs quicker.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. That's probably a good idea. But the thing is, clearly the data is there, the folder is there, everything we're looking for is there. We just need to get it out. But yeah, just run. Honestly, it's gonna be easier. The thing is, right now we're squaring a wheel so hard when we could just make another wheel.
Yeah.
Or a square.
Let me reduce this to like 100. And change these. I don't know. Let's try this. Um, do you think there's a way I can tag this so I can see the progress? Because what it does is it runs this.
Do you have a print function in MATLAB?
Yeah, display.
Yeah, then what I usually do is I just chuck a whole bunch of them.
Okay, because what this does, this goes through, and then it gets to this, and then it goes here, and this just starts looping a bunch of stuff. It calls this as well, which isn't even from this thing. This is a MATLAB function. And it just keeps looping and doing tons and tons of stuff. And then eventually it gets back to this and finishes. But this takes ages.
It is
This
risky.
is what I would want to track in here. I would want to track this and track the looping.
Just the print is the best way to do it. However, you do want to make sure that you remove the print. Actually, no, never mind. There is no however. I forgot it's an abstract language. It's fine. I think you can just chuck a print in there. Or display down.
I think it loops this. Yeah, it's just I don't know what to display or how to.
Loop over every data pixel. I do believe that would give you a lot of things, but how many data pixels are there?
I could just put a print here and say what the data pixel is.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
That's exactly it.
But how do I know what the data pixel is?
Ind. You just print ind.
Oh, yeah, it's just ind, isn't it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just this.
Math works now, brother. It doesn't for me.
Do you think this will just work if I just put this here?
I don't know the notation exactly, but it looks like it could actually.
Try it.
Yeah. Oh, the professional always with the comments.
I've got to write it in because if I look at this in a month, I have no idea what it means. So, let's try this. Okay, it's just saying int.
So that is a pickle, certainly. Hold on.
Oh, it finished. It finished. Look, 2 seconds.
Never mind. I guess we didn't need the progress then. Okay, that's good.
It did it all in 2 seconds. Is our file here? No. Oh wait, you know what? I should have unloaded the data from before, shouldn't I? Let me clear all my data.
I am. So, hold on. Can we try something? It's okay. It's gonna be a bit of a shot in the dark. If you hover on the right on the H5 file name, right, that you have on the right in the workspace. If you hover your mouse on it. Okay.
Wait, did that window pop up, by the way? When I did the clear thing? Or did you not see it?
I can't see it. All I see is untitled.
What did you ask?
Hover your mouse over the H5 file name on the right. We have the H5 file name in the workspace. Hover it. On a bit more to the left. And try to like drag it into a folder on the left.
Wait, look on the left. Wait, look, it's there.
Oh, never mind then. Okay, fixed.
Wait.
Cool. That's great. Job is done. We really should have checked, actually.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay, wait. So if I just run it, maybe I need to change the location. But if I just run this anyway, yeah, okay. If I change this, not found. This is
I
a
don't
different
think you
name.
need to enter.
It's got a different name. Wait.
Also, I don't think you need
it's
to
because it's got the
folder
different
as well.
parameters. Oh, that's why. Yeah, because I put 101 for the R for the radius. Okay, 25. Don't know why it's 25, but and then L, just one L, I guess. Let's try this.
Yeah, that's because you entered the folder CPB. You don't need to enter that folder. You already in that folder.
It's just MATLAB, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, that part's solved. We've done that. We fixed that.
Okay,
Wait,
now it's on to line 3.
Yeah.
Which line is that actually?
We're using reshape.
Reshape. Oh, that's way further down there. That's good.
Where is that?
We're moving. We're past line 2. Now it's gonna be a breeze. Using reshape. Oh, shucks! Don't tell me it's in one of the other functions. Oh, damn it.
Where is reshape? It's running something. Oh,
Line 24 images, no, that's not it. What is equal to this? Number of elements must not change. Use approximate such that dimension. Are using reshape. Yes, hold on, let me just... Can I full screen even more? That's full screen on the Discord, I swear. Tomfoolery. I mean, we're... Can you Control F reshape across all files at the same time, or is that not doable in MATLAB?
Not doable.
Well, then we can
Maybe
go just file by file, and then...
Yeah, so I'm just looking in these, I think. I don't even know what these are.
In the code ones, it is going to be code. So we just need to go over all the code and just Control F.
A lot of these functions are just MATLAB functions, and I don't know where to find them.
I don't think reshape would be...
This was a MATLAB function. Show and Explorer. There we go. Okay, I've got the MATLAB things. Let me look for reshape.
Can you zoom in a little? I cannot. I really wish I could Phantom Deluxe. I know it's not.
Oh, can I zoom in?
Oh no, this is for me because the stream is not fully on because Discord doesn't allow it to be fully on.
Wait, why not?
Is
it because my if I move it to this other monitor, is this better?
Oh, this is actually better.
It's because I had it on my big monitor.
That makes sense.
It was like a high resolution.
Okay. It's actually readable. Error using reshape does not make sense for line 120. Wait, reshape images? That has to be in one of the... Wait, okay.
Oh wait, you know what? Maybe it's because I haven't put an image value in, an image file. I don't think that's right. Well, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Where was it? It was here. Ah, found it. pbasex.m 124. Reshape images equals reshape images. This is inverting the data.
Number of elements must not change. So, number is changing.
Do you think because I changed these, it's popping up with an error because the image file it's trying to look at is not the same?
Maybe it's because 002. It might be, yeah. I'll be honest, I have no idea how it works, so I'm just gonna do pure guesses with, like, it's not even gonna be an educated guess, it's just gonna be pure guesses.
Each element is a distance from the image center to that pixel in each dimension. Okay. Does that mean my X value is wrong here? Still says 101 over here, which is what I set.
Would be reshape. Okay, give me the reshape function again. Just go to it real quick. The one that's erroring.
Yes, it's this.
Try to put nims in square brackets. And now run it.
Same thing. There's an error on this.
Okay,
doesn't like
remove the nims.
Just
and replace it with square brackets. Empty square brackets, yeah. Alright.
Same thing.
Same thing. Yeah, here's another question of the web venture. Symmetry in the show looks like the multiple free. Johnson is proper set input data. Length divided by n would be this.
I'm kind of hungry.
So am I. And honestly, I'm tired.
We can stop here. This has been good progress anyway. I can play around now.
Good progress-ish. I mean, this is... I'll be honest, fixing up programs that don't work is always the most fun activity you can possibly imagine on the planet. We just sit here for 3 hours wondering, that's not the right number.
This was 511. I'm just changing these back so that
yeah,
doesn't.
I suppose now we could run it on full size and check the full size one, because the thing is, when it comes to reshape,
I want to run that only if I can actually get this display thing to work.
The issue that should be happening there at the very least with reshape is that basically what I think is happening, my uneducated guess would be that the parameters you added in, right, don't make sense. As in, there is like something that has to happen there. So a certain number has to be evenly divisible by another number, for example.
Yeah.
But because you just put in arbitrary numbers, that's not the case. And that's my guess.
That's
so
what I think.
You could just run it with full parameters, full data, and then...
Yeah, I want to do that, but I also want to be able to see while it's running, like actually see the progress, because otherwise it's going to drive me insane.
Why isn't in the Hydrocron list? Hi, welcome. I'm about to spend. I haven't eaten anything all day, to be fair. I have some minced meat that's gonna go bad any day.
I had cereal.
Oh, so I don't have cereal. It's expensive. I have milk and bread. That's practically cereal.
Let me try something. I always use AI to just help me code because I have no idea how to do anything. It actually helps. It's the only thing AI is useful for. Maybe it's not display. Maybe it's just print.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna go because I am getting hungry and I'm tired. The thing is, this is giving me PTSD to back when I was setting up libraries in C for different projects, and it's not. Those are not nice memories.
Ah. Let me just try this.
That should work. Does make sense if it displays a function, yeah.
Okay. It's run. I don't know how many there are though.
You know what? I mean, 512 times 512, isn't it?
You know what? Just seeing progress. No, it's not 512. It's gonna take ages. Just seeing it move up is good enough for me. I'm just gonna let this run and have my lunch, and then I'll note down what the final number is when it's done, and then I know.
That's fair. All right. Well,
okay. All right.
Also gonna go. Well, thank you for joining in.
Thank you for
I'm
helping
glad
me
I
out.
could help in no way whatsoever.
No, you were quite helpful.
I'm just glad to just sit here and also problems randomly. Wait, what fixed it even? Just trying again. That fixed it, right?
Yeah.
Good.
It was trying it with different values. I was right about.
I don't think it was
that the library computer just broke.
Yeah, I don't think it was trying it with different values. I think it was just trying it again, honestly. I feel like just trying it on a non-library computer.
yeah, I think that's it. But yeah, okay.
All right.
Have a good one. Thank you for
Bye.
your help.
See you,
See ya.
Flame. Well, everyone, me and my bestie have decided to study hard, get into a fire college, and be your life support. Well, I appreciate it then. I do. I mostly appreciate you getting into a fire college, honestly. You don't... So you can do cool stuff and make rockets. Oh, I want to build rockets so bad, actually. I really do. But it would be it would cost me, in the end, tens of thousands. Well, not tens, but at least like $10,000 to build rockets. Like the rocket would be, in the end, I'm assuming $1,000 at most, but the prototyping would be a lot. Anyway, I'm gonna go now, eat something, walk on the video, because, you know, just upload a video yesterday, I have to upload a new one soon. And for now, I suppose that'll be it. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.